What's up? I'm Kedar. I live in this van. I started wanting to build a van when my friend took me around in his Toyota Tacoma after college, and I experienced what it was like to just be at a place and just wake up and you're at the trailhead or you're under the stars. You can still just sleep comfortably, and finding a balance between finding what those comforts are for you. I built it during COVID, designed the whole thing, and I finished up after a year and a half, did the plumbing, electrical, woodworking, the stove, and speaking of which,
How to get the coffee.
it's a bit early morning for me. Take a look at the kitchen here.
Yeah.
This is a fridge and a freezer. So I might have a lot of in there right now. Some chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Gotta stay
Love
strapped with some
you.
chocolate. And there's a freezer up top. These are all my cabinets. I'll show you my spice drawer. I think you might get a kick out of this one. But check this out.
Oh wow, you have a lot of spices. Very nice.
A lot of spices.
Do you cook a lot in
My
here?
olive oil. I'll
Yeah.
cook from time to time.
Okay.
So we want to take a look at the cooking situation.
Yeah.
I have all my pots and pans. So they come out like this. And then to save space, I have this guy that just clips on.
Wow.
And I try to keep themes. I'm very much a theme guy. So I see all my pots and pans and everything in this sand theme. This is where I put my plates and bowls and cups.
Yep.
Also, if you can see the same color. For food, I cook in here from time to time. Not as much as I would like.
Okay.
I end up doing though is I made this mixture. So I've been going to the gym a lot, and this right here is a mix of cachawa, Huel, protein,
Yeah.
the Huel A1 greens,
Okay.
collagen, creatine, everything that I mixed on one go, and
Yeah.
then I just take a few scoops of this thing
Yep.
every day, and
okay.
I just know that it's I'm getting my macros. This plant I'll talk about. Her name is Springy. She loves to just spring out, over there. I've had her since 2020. She's thriving, somehow. I put her through a lot. We've been through maybe 6 or 7 apartments together.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a constant. So I think through all the change, it's cool to have something like a plant. It's almost like a pet in a way. Yeah. So here is a full-on sink. It's really deep, and this is filtered water. I turned it off underneath, but
Nice.
you get nice running water. This is my soap, and I have this right here. This is to dry things out, and the plumbing situation is essentially we have a water tank in the back that's 30 gallons, and shout out to Brooklyn camper vans. They allow the community who do van life to come in and fill up their water tank. To go to gas stations, sometimes they'll charge you, and they fill up filtered water,
Yeah.
which is awesome to be able to have.
sure.
And it's 30 gallons, so it lasts me maybe a few weeks.
I know you said when you were planning this, you really thought about your outlet situation.
So the desk situation, you're gonna want to be ready for this one. Check it out.
Oh snap!
Oh, it's just ready to go for me all the time, and I can just click, clack,
Yep.
and then this pulls out this way,
Oh.
this way. Sometimes I even just leave it this way, and I can just it's just a ready to go standing desk.
Definitely.
Yeah, this part's real nice, and I'm really big on no wires. I know I have some wires right here. This station, I'll turn it on maybe in a second, but this is gonna have all the nearest train stops.
Oh.
And when it's coming in, I'm working on this.
Yeah.
And I'm a software engineer, so I'm designing a home dashboard for me that I can just have a custom alarm clock that plays some jazz for me in the morning.
Yes.
As soon as I wake up, I want that.
Wow. Like a little van iHome
Yeah,
situation.
exactly, but I design it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
what I want, That'd
Yeah.
be so cool. I have friends over all the time. I play Super Smash Bros. So we'll just post up wherever, and we'll have 5 people on. I have the controller set up, and this is
great.
also a seat right here. That's the thing about a van. Everything has got to have more than one function. Countertops are also seats. So when it comes to van life, you have to be selective about clothing, and I guess you have to be selective about what you're down to have limitations on, because you can't have everything you want. And I think that's like the reality of it.
Yeah.
Which is like a good forcing decision making. When I moved out of my last apartment, I had an auction for like 90% of my stuff, which was in November of last year, maybe 95%. Started everything at $1, and like I gave away a lot of my clothes. You look here, right? A lot of my clothes are in the laundry right now.
Okay.
But so I like just have my underwear and my socks in here. Usually it's pretty stacked, you know. And then I usually have my t-shirts right here.
Cubes.
Yeah, everything was planned on even on the height of everything beforehand. Like, okay, this is where this is gonna go. This is where this is gonna go. This is where my pants and my nicer shirts go, and everything kind of like in a van for me. For it to feel homely and organized, like it's gotta have a place. Every little thing. This is my electronic like department. This is where the switch goes. This is where my DJI vlogging camera.
Okay.
This is what my laptop connects to, so that I don't have to see it when I'm like working, and all my wires and whatnot. So being in here, I feel like I have too much stuff, which is like such a paradox where like you don't have a lot. I have way less than I had before, and I still feel like I have too much. Like you really get down to the basics of what I really truly need in this life. So this is where the magic happens, okay? I wish. Just kidding. This actually turns into a couch as well, and I wanted to sleep super comfortably, so I made this like really nice bed. I have speakers like built into the wall.
Oh wow.
Which, if you want to play music, you know, it's a great way to just, you know, have it baked in without having a Bluetooth speaker take up room on the countertop or what have you. I have an exhaust slash, it's called a Max Air fan, and with these like side windows that I have on both sides, it creates a little channel that like the wind comes in and leaves out, which is gonna be really critical in the summertime. And when I moved here in the van in the summertime, and let me tell you, it was hot.
Yeah.
So having like artificial airflow that you can create, it's like wind tunnels, essentially. So yeah, and then I have windows back here. Yeah, this is a living situation.
Nice.
I have a little clock over here.
Yep.
With van life, there's one of two options. You have either a fixed bed or like a bed that transforms. And I built the bed so that it transforms, but I realized that I was never using it. It's just so much work. So I actually did a remodel these last few months. I used to have, this whole area is different from when I initially built it. I know that I was gonna leave it fixed, so I wanted a place to have like a living room, a place to chill. So like all this area with like the couches and stuff, I recently built it with a vision of like, I wanna be able to host, I wanna be able to like have a living room where I feel like I can plop down in without going into bed, and then separate like sleep versus everything else. I have nothing pretty much in there, you know, just keep it black out, really simple. So, this area, let me talk about it a little bit. So this is actually where my toilet is. This, yes, comfortable sofa that people can sit in, and this chair turns around. But the reality of it is it serves more than one purpose. And this right here is my laundry. I'll just shove things in here. It's not that easy to see, but like when it's time to do laundry, I have a hamper that I pull out, and then I just go take it to the nearest laundromat. This is my toilet situation, where I have a toilet here and toilet paper. It's quite nice, everything.
Is it like a compost toilet?
It's a compost toilet that I DIY'd. I love, like, in a weird way, like peeing with a view, and like you spend a lot of time in the bathroom, so making it comfortable is important. So when I'm peeing or whatever out here, it's a pretty good view, not gonna lie, especially when I post up somewhere cool. It took me a while to design that thing, even like the wood, the cushion, I could have put it all together, and like yeah.
Wow. Wait, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of that thing. This table is new as well. And yeah, these little things are storage. This is, if I'm vlogging, I leave this guy up. I
Yeah.
stick my DJI up here.
Yeah.
Some extra storage.
Yep.
And my heater is down here. So like, I
Uh-huh.
don't know, down there you can see.
Yeah.
Yes.
See the...
So
Cool.
in the winter time, it got pretty cold. So I think having that is a lifesaver. You can be in like minus 20 degrees and it's gonna heat up your van.
How is it driving this thing? Like...
So if you see these like cushiony seats right here,
Yeah.
these are like the trucker seats that
Okay.
like, you know, you're kind of just like bouncing up and down
Oh, okay.
as you're driving, which is really nice in terms of like, it has a lot of like suspensions. You don't feel the bumps basically. I don't feel them, but everyone else does. But these seats are really good. Driving is really easy. Yeah.
Okay. How's parking around here?
It's quite easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just manifest it. I'm gonna find one. Funny thing is, I've always found one around New York City. Like wherever I've gone, I found one. So I think it's, you just gotta believe.
Okay.
You'll find a spot.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to move to New York City because, so I do work out of here. I go into this Manhattan to work like almost every day.
What do
and
you do?
like, I'm a software engineer.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
right. So that's your
actually-
full-time thing?
Yeah. So I've also worked full time as a software engineer over at Meta, actually, and as a software engineer over at Meta, actually, I eat food there, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I don't have a lot of expenses, really. New York City's home, you know. Like I've been here like 3-4 years now. I like love this city, and I wanted to move here because of the energy, the people. I mean, look what we're doing right now. You know, it's like this isn't possible necessarily elsewhere.
Yeah.
And like the open mind that you have, that you bring, and everyone else that like the city allows you to kind of just be who you are. So I don't want to go anywhere else really, but like, and I work, but I have this van, so like yeah. So this is my lawn, okay guys? This right here is one of my favorite additions into this van. This is like a cozy little entrance. So my brother got me this mug here. Keddy's Cafe is something I started a couple years ago out of the apartments, and I brought it now to the van. It's on Google Maps if you guys want to check it out. I host pop-ups, and I'll make chai for the community of Williamsburg, and we'll have you guys over sometime. But essentially that's this, and my brother also got me this decal so people can recognize me on the street, and it's been a fun way for people to be able to connect with me. This is the back of my van. It's not the cleanest right now, but
It's okay.
all my pop-up stuff is basically here. I don't have a whole lot of stuff left, but it's like my basketball and like water for the pop-ups, my containers I make the chai in, and all the little blankets and games that I have. So this is also a great place to just chill and look out at a view when you're hanging out, especially let's say you're in the mountains, not just in New York City. You know, you can like, the whole point of van life is you can take it and go wherever. So this has been awesome. Sometimes I'll go chill up on the roof up here too, and it's just a great place to just kick back, have a drink, and enjoy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's a beautiful day today. So I've been doing this thing where I treat life by quarter, and for the next 3 months, for whatever it might be. And like the thing right now has been really on like fitness, where I'm like, okay, I have the energy, I have like the motivation right now. That's not always guaranteed. So for the next 3 months, I really do want to like anchor and hone in on that. So van life, one of the best things I love about it is it enables me. I like sleep in front of the gym. Literally no excuse. It's just like, and I've actually been going, you know, and not paying rent. I have Vital. I have a lifetime membership. I have the New York City Parks Department like gym membership. They have an indoor basketball court for like $75 for 6 months. That's like $10 a month. Another favorite part I would say about van life is you can just be anywhere. And I'm like trying to do this like residency of different neighborhoods. So like maybe if I ever do want to go move back into my apartment or an apartment, what neighborhood would I truly love? I mean, I really do love it here, and I know it's quite expensive. So something to consider is like stayed in Astoria. I've stayed in like Crown Heights, Park Slope, Brooklyn Heights, and they're all beautiful. Brooklyn Heights was amazing. Like to wake up and just go to the promenade, like 1 minute away, amazing. But it's just the community feel isn't there. You know, they're all old, they're all like, you know, judgmental, it feels like. Versus here, it's such a like nice, welcoming vibe. No one like bothers you, no one cares. So I think the best part is to be able to be anywhere. The con or like the least favorite part is, I guess, like not having a shower in here. You know, you have your little things that you like want sometimes, like the way you have your shower set up, the way you have. I guess it's not that big of a deal though. You know, like it's fine. You know, like every little thing where you just kind of accept it. So I don't even think about like the negative parts. I'm like, okay, this is life. There's no point of thinking that it sucks. Like, you just make the most of it. And like, I get hot water. I don't have to wash a towel. I get a new fresh towel every time. And like, I have my whole toiletry situation. Actually, let me show you guys. I used to be a super disorganized person, and I'm like still disheveled and disorganized sometimes. But like, what I learned is like working in systems. So like, you know, I would before never put on sunscreen, never put on lotion, and I'm like, okay, how do I fix this, right? And now that I go to the gym, I just put everything that I really need in here. And if we open it up, like it has my hair curl cream, I have like an oil that I made, I have nothing excess, and like I actually use everything in here, and it's just something I pull out after the shower, and it's been pretty nice. Because sometimes when you're at home, you just buy every product that you're like, oh, this would be nice, this would be nice, and then you don't use any of it because it's like just sitting in front of you. And like for someone who's been in apartments for like years and years and years, like I am using it way more now than I ever have, which is like pretty neat. I'll talk through one thing on the sustainability lens. So at Meta, I used to work on the sustainability team.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had one, to be honest.
As soon as Trump got elected, our team got canceled, which is
so sad.
Which is so sad,
That's
but like the reality of life. And like it was a huge motivator. It's been like a little bit less in terms of like me being so involved maybe the last couple of years, especially not being on the team and not being around people who are so sustainability minded all the time. But this van is a product kind of it, where like I get powered from solar panels up top. Everything is like its own circulating machine, and like everything runs on electric pretty much. Outside of this propane, which is just like a 1 gallon propane stove that I use for cooking, and the heater, which runs off the diesel of the van. But for the most part, you know, it's self-sustaining. And like one more thing I'll add is I used to purchase so many things on Amazon. Like all the time, and I have like just made it a point to like, while I'm here, it's so much work. I have to go to this like Indian uncle that I like have in Queens, and I'll like get it from there. So I'm like, I don't want to always go, right? It's enough of a barrier, right? That like, but it's like also sustainability. In New York City, we can get everything by going to places. So like, I have not been ordering anything on Amazon. I don't need it. I have nowhere to put it either. I also have not ordered anything on Grubhub, right? Like I'm talking to like a lot of these restaurants in Greenpoint, and like they take money from them. When you get Grubhub, you're not always getting from your neighborhood, right? Why spend extra money to not support the people that you're living around, right? Like they're all businesses, they're all like working hard to like stay afloat, stay alive. So like do my best, like while I'm living the van life. I haven't ordered once. I just like walk outside and go get the food. And I have Felipe, shout out to him, Tacos El Comal on Nassau. Amazing. And his grandkids will come sometimes, and I'll just get to be able to chat up with all the neighborhood people. And I think that's like a huge element of living in New York City that I like highly encourage people to continue to do, and like keep track of like, you know, do I really need it? Do I really need to buy it online? I'm working on the cafe. I do pop-ups like semi-regularly. So like I have one this Sunday in Williamsburg if people want to come. And I'm doing another one on May 16th with like outdoor live music and whatnot in the park. But that keeps my creative juices flowing, and like the social like things there. I like to build apps on the side, which has been true with the software engineering, vibe coding stuff there. I know there's a lot of things on the sustainability footprint that I want to keep mindful of, but it'd be cool to even build something in that lens too. I love like drawing and painting, so I built like these like little tiles that are gonna go on my fridge, and they're all like paintable. During the pop-ups, I'll have people like paint sometimes or draw them, and there's like a bunch from you know, someone drew this guy for me, which is really cool. One of my good buddies, and like we'll just have people like come draw and paint. And I'm thinking, put them up right here. I will add like one caveat, is that like, it's not the cheapest to do this. And like, you know, there's like a lot of like people who can like, not to do it now, but like to build it. Like this is, you know, I think people might want to do it, but like this has turned into like not like a rich man's thing, but like, you know, not everyone can just afford buying a van like this. It's just like 30K off the bat to like buy an empty van, maybe another 20K to like convert it. And when things go wrong, like the engine, whatever, like you're gonna be having, it's like home ownership in a way. Like I think van life is like, they're sacrificing so much and this and that, which is like one part of it, but I think it's also like, you know, not everyone can do this. Like even if they wanted to, and especially with things getting so expensive, they consider it. Even this is sometimes like, you can make it work, but like you can make it work in a way less version of this too. It's just interesting to see what decisions people make in like their little space, and it's a really quick like, oh, I kind of understand this person like right off the bat.